What up, world? Say the Dark Secret here for music, culture, and politics, and you know that a lot can take place in 7 days, so we're going to learn a little something together. So I want to welcome everybody to MCP 101. All right, so here at MCP, we are sad to report on the death of the legendary Andre Harrell, who founded Uptown Records. Now, Andre Harrell is very iconic in the music world. He laid the foundation for many of the artists that we celebrate today. He nurtured the careers of Heavy D, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Albie Shore, and so many others. He is also widely recognized and credited for giving Sean P. Diddy Combs his break in the music industry and also mentoring him. Now, he passed away on May 7th. DJ D-Nice was the first to report on his passing, but at the time, there weren't any additional details available. We've come to learn that he had some heart condition or heart issues, and that led to his untimely passing. So we want to send our condolences and thoughts and prayers and nothing but positive energy out to the family of Andre Harrell, and certainly we salute him for all of his contributions that he's made in the music industry. So in other entertainment news, MCP has learned, according to Page 6, that the high-powered PR firm of Grubman Shire, Mysalis, and Sachs was actually attacked in a cybersecurity situation. And these cybersecurity threats are almost like terrorist threats where individuals have their information held hostage and the companies cannot access that information until they pay a ransom. Now, in this case, it is said that the individuals want approximately $21 million, and they have 756 gigabytes of information, personal information, on many of their clients that include people like LeBron James, Lady Gaga, Drake, Diddy, and more. So this situation is kind of interesting because typically you see very, very large corporations being attacked in this way. And this has now come down on a more personal level. Now, that means that a lot of personal information that these celebrities have the possibility of being leaked. Madonna is also a client, and to prove that they had the information, they leaked a screenshot of one of Madonna's contracts. So this situation could get interesting. I'm interested to see what happens. Oftentimes, these things aren't taken to the press and they're handled privately, so it was interesting to see this reported in such a widespread manner, but we'll keep you posted on the details of this. All right, so in some uplifting news, MCP has learned that Twitter and Square CEO Jack Dorsey has decided to donate $10 million to the Reform Alliance. Now, this is the nonprofit that was co-founded by Meek Mill, Michael Rubin, and Jay-Z to really assist in prison reform. And this is part of Jack Dorsey's hashtag Start Small initiative, which is designed to provide personal protective equipment to prisoners as well as the jail facilities. Now, he says, and I quote, "I'm grateful reform exists. The criminal justice system needs to change. COVID-19 adds to the injustices, and reform is best suited to help." And these are some powerful words. And Jack Dorsey has decided to step up to the plate. And it seems like his goodwill has also spread to his own company, in which he also had made a statement, according to NBC, in which he says the decision to reopen their doors at Twitter will be theirs. The decision on whether or not their employees come back will be up to them. So it's good to see that Jack Dorsey is definitely leading by example and helping to really change the tone of a lot of different things that are happening, and certainly the way we are looking at working in the corporate world moving into the future, especially in the midst of this pandemic. So it'll be interesting to see how this continues to unfold, and we'll keep you posted on all of those details. So salute to Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square. So in other news, MCP is sad to report on the death of 26-year-old Breonna Taylor, who was killed in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, she was an EMT and was at home when police executed a no-knock search warrant. They were looking for an individual by the name of Jamarcus Glover, who they already had in custody, but decided that they were going to enter into another apartment. For what reason, I do not know. But when they entered the apartment, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, who was home at the time, decided to open fire. Police returned fire with over 20 shots that also entered into another apartment where a 5-year-old was asleep. Breonna Taylor was killed. The details are still a bit murky and unfolding as we are learning more and more. Benjamin Crump, who has represented a number of families, including the family of Trayvon Martin, is now apparently representing Breonna Taylor's family, and they are still seeking answers. And this comes on the heels of Ahmaud Arbery's death in Brunswick, Georgia, where he was assaulted and killed by two individuals who were dispensing vigilante justice, Gregory and Travis McMichael, who are a father and son team who attacked Ahmaud Arbery. Now, Ahmaud Arbery's mother is calling for the death penalty against these individuals. So more and more details are continuing to emerge in this case every day, and we are learning more and more. Not to mention, you also have the case of Sean Reed in Indianapolis, which many people are also outraged about because he was seemingly shot in the back as he ran from police. Now, the interesting thing in this particular case is that the police officer that killed Sean Reed in this situation was also a person of color. He was black. And many people are having a hard time processing this, including Indianapolis native and Hollywood star Mike Epps, who spoke out about this. Now, Mike Epps and comedian Ari Spears seemingly were at odds. Listen to what Mike Epps had to say.
Peace and blessings to everyone. I want to speak upon the young man that got killed in my hometown, Indianapolis. These cops gotta be punished. You can't put them on desk duty. You can't suspend them. They gotta feel the wrath.
Now, Ari Spears had a response, and it seemed like they were going at one another. But in both situations, I believe that both of them are actually right. We do need to do more policing of ourselves and taking accountability of the things that take place in our neighborhood. But that certainly is no reason to allow or feel as if the police were within their rights or anybody is within their rights to actually take the lives of black and brown people, which seemingly is happening on a daily basis. And we seem to see this information coming from different directions all across the country. So many people are feeling a certain way about this, but it's a conversation that I definitely think needs to take place in our very own communities. And of course, this is another situation where uncomfortable conversations and uncomfortable questions are being asked and need to be. All right, so in other news, MCP 101 is here to report on who Joe Biden may choose as his vice presidential running mate. And he said that he would choose a woman, and there have been some very strong women who have come to the forefront. Now, according to CNN's list, coming in at number 10, Stacey Abrams. Also in the running has been Gretchen Whitmer. Now, coming in at number 6, this may have surprised some people, but she was in at number 10 on the New York Times list, is the mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms. Elizabeth Warren comes in at number 5. She certainly was running for president at one time. Susan Rice, who was President Obama's national security advisor, her name has also been mentioned, and coming in at number 1 on CNN's list is Kamala Harris, who was initially in the running for president of the United States. So the list has a strong field, in my opinion. It's going to be interesting to see who he finally decides on, and if that person is going to be a woman of color. But all of these women have very strong views, and I'm sure having a strong vice presidential candidate being a woman would be a great thing for the country. So we'll keep you posted. Perhaps you can share with us what your thoughts are right here, and we'll continue to keep you engaged. We want to thank you for joining us on MCP 101.